Hey, look at this. If you're watching live, we're 10 seconds early. Right on. Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Bean here. This is Exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen show on YouTube. If you dig the stuff, make sure to smash that subscribe, smash that thumbs up. Next goal is 13,500 on YouTube, and we can do it, you guys. We can definitely do this. So let's read a quick story here on what channel is this, Michael?
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching Exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Johnny Bean, and this is Exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen show on YouTube. We're also on X. We're also on Twitch, and I upload these videos to Facebook. It's also a podcast on Spotify. So if you guys want to listen, if you want to follow us, Spotify, you can do that. It's awesome. We're pretty much everywhere there is. Exclamation point S in the chat will wake up Nightbot and give you all my social media links. So there you go. But hey, you guys, let's make this a real show, and let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the Johnny Bean YouTube channel. Channel membership. It's a great way to help support the channel and support these shows. And the top tier are the executive producers. They get their names read at the top of every talk show. They are currently Michael B, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Flipper Carlin, CC, Bay Area Rich, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, R Habs, and Janice Lala, the intern. I see you in the chat, Janice. Thank you guys for being top tier channel members. Now, channel membership, what does that mean on YouTube? That means you get exclusive content. That means you get your name in green in the chat. You get special emojis, mostly of my cat, Ned. And by the way, Carlos. Carlos is our newest channel member. Where are you? I just saw right there. There you go. Carlos Berry became a channel member. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Right on, dudes. So let's do some quick hellos, and then we got a story to read. So let's do that. Janice, the intern, is here. Music Therapy Laz is here. Peggy is here. Good to see you. Keith H is here. Alex Radford is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody. And I know this is kind of a it's not really a pop-up show. I mean, I did schedule it earlier in the day, but I'm thinking of doing, I mean, I've been saying for a while, hey, this is almost a daily show. I think this is pretty much a daily show now. Not the Van Halen show, but just on the channel here on my YouTube, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, on Twitch, you know, all that stuff. We got the Exclusively Van Halen, where we talk Van Halen news. We got Talking Guitars. We've been doing a bunch of those lately. We got Saturday Night on Saturday nights. I'm trying to think what I'll do Sunday. Probably a Talking Guitars or something, you know. And then Mondays, I go to Guitar Center, walk around there, do some IRL, play some guitars. You know, been doing that several years, so that's pretty cool. So let's read a story, you guys. Let's go over to, where are we? Guitarist. You don't come into a Van Halen record and tell Eddie, this is how we're going to do it. Why Eddie Van Halen didn't double track his guitars. Now, this is written up by Phil Weller, published about 9 hours ago. Recording engineer Ross Hogarth recalls working with the late guitar icon and helping him broaden his sound on a Different Kind of Truth. Now, you guys, that was the Van Halen album. In the chat, what year did that album come out? You guys know? And actually, I have a photo with Ross right there. That was NAMM. What year was that? 2015? That was either 2015 or 2016. And a funny story with this photo, I remember I saw Ross and I recognized him, and so I went up to him and I introduced myself, and I remember him saying, "You're the Van Halen guy." And he was pointing at me and he was laughing. He's like, "You're the Van Halen guy." And this was 10 years ago. This was a while ago. I mean, I look the same, but. So yeah, that was NAMM show. Ross Hogarth. And I knew him because of Different Kind of Truth. And that's what we're going to talk about here. So this was an interview that he did on another podcast. So we're going to do some reading. There's a great photo of Edward there. Here, let's do this. Switch over to that. Okay. Hey, Zeke. I see you in the chat. What's up, you guys? All right. When Ross Hogarth stepped into the hallowed halls of Eddie Van Halen's 5150 studios to work on A Different Kind of Truth, he held one golden rule in mind and very quickly learned the quirks of the Shredder's recording process. You don't come into a Van Halen record and tell Eddie, "Well, here, this is how we're going to do it." He tells, is it Argatha podcast? You come into Ed's world and you see what he's doing. The producer, who had previously worked on Mötley Crüe's Girls, 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 and with acts as diverse, let's get that out of there, as diverse as there it is over there now. Here, let's do this. Ross Hogarth. He's previously worked on Mötley Crüe's Girls, 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 and with acts as diverse as Miley Cyrus and Devildriver. Was used to working with big stars. Handling Eddie Van Halen not only proved an easy challenge, but also hugely enjoyable one, as he tapped into the. There's that word I can never say. Virtuosos. I can never say that word. Love for gear and all things nerdy. Here we go. Most of Ed's records are not double tracked. Okay, what that means, I mean, we'll keep reading, but when you double track, let's say Van Halen, let's say you double track the guitar part. I mean, this is saying he doesn't do that. But if a guitar, well, let me ask you guys in the chat, what does that mean to double track? Let's say you play the guitar, you're recording and you double track. What does that usually mean in the chat? And of course, you guys can drop your comments down below on playback. We appreciate your comments. Hey, Backstage Recordings. Thank you, man. Ryan Fraley. Channel member is saying Eddie created so much sound he didn't need double tracking. JBeebs1 says record riff twice. Yes. Well, double means two. Overdub make harmony. Janice, channel member. Intern is asking. A lot of musicians, particularly guitar players, what they'll do is they'll double track their part, meaning they'll play the exact same thing twice, and then you'll hard pan left and right those two tracks. And if they play them pretty much spot on, it sounds like the same thing, but there's slight variations. That's what that means. And yeah, Ryan has it. Basically means two different tracks recorded in left and right channels. That's exactly what it is. I do that. A lot of the stuff that I've recorded, I've double tracked the stuff. Well, I mean, when we play this, This is one of my two. Well, this is the intro song. I think this is double tracked. Here, this is me right here. You can hear the same thing on both sides played twice. The main riff. There you go. So that's what double tracking is. I do that all the time. Van Halen doesn't do that. And there's a reason for that. Most of Ed's records are not double tracked because he would play the part with all the nuances and squeals. Hogarth explains of why Van Halen avoided double tracking his guitar parts. Guitar players, when they know what they're when they know they're going to double the guitar, simplify their parts so they don't have to worry about learning every little nuance. If you try to double it, you can hear all the imperfections. So Edward would do a lot of, we would refer to them as like the hoarse sound. I did lessons years ago on that on my YouTube channel. You guys can watch that stuff. He would make all these harmonic squeals, all these sounds, and so I think they were more like on the spot, if you know what I mean. And that's if you listen to Van Halen live, you would hear a lot of that stuff. And actually, that's kind of what. And I don't want to get off the topic, but Van Halen's Right Here, Right Now album, when that originally came out, I was kind of wondering because Edward's his guitar playing, it didn't have as many as those like squeals and stuff as the live shows normally did. And then, of course, later we realized, it was all redone, re-recorded. And I'm talking about the live album, Right Here, Right Now. That's one of the things that kind of gave that away, to me years and years and years ago, before Sammy Hagar came out and said, oh, yeah, it was all redone. So I could tell because I was a huge Van Halen, bootleg collector. I know what Van Halen sounds like live. Let's see. Even with a formidable reputation for rock star wrangling, Hogarth knew better than to push for the guitarist to buck that trend on album 12. But he spotted how to broaden his sound, and Van Halen was wholly respective. There's the video right there. Actually, I'll give you guys let me give you guys a link to this video. You guys can jump over there and check it out. Let's see if I can. I watched it a while ago. See if it comes up. Is it this one? It's one of these. Oh, let me see. It looks like he posted a couple videos. Oh, I see. I think it's a different channel. Okay, I'll give you guys the whole thing. Well, anyway, I can't. Well, I know I can just click on that. Here, let's just do that. Where did I get that? Let's go over here. Hey, Rock Daddy. Let me just grab that. This one. Okay, it's that. And then this. Watch on YouTube. All right. All right, here it is. Let me give you guys this video. Feel free to jump over there. Say Johnny Bean sent us. Okay, here's the link. Okay, so this is the video on the screen there. Click on that. There we go. How Van Halen's engineer records their guitars. So click on that video. Watch the video. It's about 7.5 minutes. drop a comment saying Johnny Bean sent us over, or say, hey, Exclusively Van Halen was talking about this. Appreciate that. So there's the link. And then, let's see. We'll go back over here. So that's the video. He wasn't using ribbon mics. He was using one cabinet. He had two Shure SM57s, and he split them, and he would delay them a little differently. So it wasn't dedicated analog bounce of stereo left and right, Hogarth recalls. Recording at 5150 meant that tapping into EVH's vast air-conditioned storage units was a doodle. And together, they pulled out relics from the band's early days. I said, you've got this splitter here that you use for live shows. Do you want to try messing around? Just for me, we can pull out the old Marshall and some of your old gear. EVH had retired his 1967, 68, 1959 Marshall Super Lead after using the tube amp on Van Halen's first few records. This made for an unlikely return. We started having a really good time blending two amps, using two heads and two cabinets with the SM57s, Hogarth explains. He already started to like that because of the left and right speakers. We were doing this little stereo air dance. There's the official music video for Van Halen's Tattoo. And hey, if you guys go to that video, go all the way to the very first comment ever, that was me. I left the very first comment on this video back in 2012. No joke. I remember I was sitting at my computer when the video dropped, and I just jumped over there and said, hey, welcome back, Van Halen, welcome back. And it was the first comment on the video. Go look, you'll see it. The result was a much broader sound with the two heads dialed in to complement and contrast one another. However, the nature of the SM57 microphones meant that low end was hard to come by, so Hogarth drafted in his secret weapon, a tube-powered Royer R122V ribbon mic. Where's my... I don't have the Royer, but I do have 57s. Right here? Where? I have one. I just saw it. Oh, here, hang on. It's in the cabinet here. I think it's right. Here it is. So these are what Edward mainly used for recording guitars. And I'm sure most musicians have these. This is the Shure SM57. Dynamic microphone. Everybody has these. These things are bulletproof. Used for guitar cabinets, for snare drums, everything. You generally don't really see people singing through these, but they do. Although, if you were to get an SM58, and I have one right here, generally these are more used for vocal mics, and this is actually a Beta 58A. This was the old mic. This is the mic I used to use during these shows before I got the SM7B here. This is the mic I used for years and years and years. Has one of my old stickers on it. These are pretty much the same microphone, although this one has the grill. Yeah, SM58 is a vocal mic, this one. But Van Halen would generally use these mics on his cabinet. He'd put two of these, say, on the same cabinet, same speaker, and kind of blend them and kind of put them slightly different positions. Let's see, where are we? So anyway, Hogarth drafted in his secret weapon a tube-powered Royer R122V ribbon mic. Ed was amazingly intuitive. The producer-engineer continues, I'd watch him sitting there listening to the playback, turning the Royers up and down, and he's starting to really get off because they were bringing natural low end. It was bringing it in a whole other mid-range frequency that made the guitar really start to speak. He totally understood it. Within 5 minutes, he was like, F yeah. And we actually talked about this story yesterday. Paul Reed Smith and the EVH. I think we talked about that yesterday. Anyway, this is written up by Phil Weller. There you go. Very cool. Cool stuff, dudes. So, again, check out that video with Ross. There's the link right there. Click on that. Drop a comment. Well, watch the video. Drop a comment saying, hey, Johnny Bean sent us over. Or Johnny Bean talked about this. I'd appreciate that, you guys. Subscribe to that channel. Check them out. And again, here's a photo of myself and Ross. This was NAMM show. I want to say that was like 2016. So it was either 9 or 10 years ago. And again, he saw me and he goes, you're the Van Halen guy. And he started laughing. I remember. It was wild. Ross Hogarth. Very cool dude. He's done a lot of different stuff, not just the Van Halen album. Well, this one right here. Different Kind of Truth, this album. And this one's personalized to me from Van Halen. Let me show you guys real quick. See, it says, all the best, Johnny. Eddie Van Halen. Van Halen 2016. Van Halen's assistant got this for me and sent it to me. So very cool. That's the vinyl. I think it's double. I think it's a double vinyl. Or I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been framed ever since. But very cool. So check that out, you guys. All right. And hey, let me check out some of the comments real quickly. And actually, I'll send you guys over. Our friend Music Therapy Laz is about to go live on time. I'll send you guys over there. Let me find his video here. Music. Garen Demo Show, Rolly Seaboard. Okay, here's the video. Okay, he starts in about 6 minutes. Let me give you guys the link to his video. Jump over there. And actually, I'll be over there. I'll be joining him on that. So once I end this video, jump over and click through to this one. There it is. But don't forget, jump over to the podcast video, the Ross Hogarth video as well. So I'll be over there in just minutes. In about, are you actually starting on time? In about 5 minutes, I'll be over there. So click on that. And again, please click on this other video. Is this the whole thing? Let me just make sure. Okay, so while we're doing that, oh, yep, it is. There we go. So again, click on this one. Say Johnny Bean sent us. And again, that's an interview with Ross Hogarth from, is it Agartha podcast? Oh yeah, 2 weeks ago I left a comment on that video. 2 weeks ago I did that. Okay. So it's been a little while since I did see this. All right. All right, you guys. There we go. Rock Daddy, good to see you. Yeah, Lewis. Help, please. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you again to our channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. This is pretty much a daily show. I mean, I've been saying it, and now I am saying it. So look for my live shows every day. Okay, and not just live shows, but also videos as well. As far as like reviews, guitar reviews, unboxings. I have a workbench here. I do reviews of products, all kinds of stuff. I've got a guitar here that I need to build. Look at this. I've got this left-handed Ibanez neck that somebody, I was going to say routed out. What do you call it? Yngwie style. I was going to put this on a guitar. It was $20. I couldn't pass it up. So look for that soon. What else? I've got this body here. Gonna build this at some point. You know? It was $40. So look for that. So we do a lot of guitar, a lot of music stuff here. So, all right. I'm gonna let you guys go. Scallop, that's right, Lewis. Giveaway? We'll see. But hey, you guys, thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Smash that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys over at the Laz show. Okay. I'll also see you guys tomorrow night for another show. Whether it's a Talking Guitars or a Van Halen, it'll be something, actually. So I will see you guys on the next show right here on what channel is this? Nuna.
You're watching Johnny. You're watching this motherfucker on wherever you're watching it. Just watch him. He's a legend. Awesome.
Thank you so much, you guys. Click on another video on the screen here. Drop your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys on the next show. Right here on Johnny Bean TV. All right. Bye-bye.